Good day, and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video, we're just going to cover the two little updates that happened this week and what you should be doing with them. So the first is the team mission rewards. Those are pretty straightforward. You should get those handed out to you depending on how many quests you did during the last week. And then of course we have the LR campaign that was mentioned previously. This is a campaign for both the LR Zamasu and the LR Pan. Both are free to play LRs, so you should be able to get them. Pan, a special mission has popped up that you can do every single day, which we'll go through shortly. And LR Zamasu has always been the same as before, but he had a whole bunch of new missions added to make it slightly easier to get them. You can watch my video in the description about how to get LR Pan. But basically there's an accelerated form of Pan Secret Adventure event. Instead of it being the growth missions that you do every week that are locked out weekly, you get one that you can do every single day for 12 stamina. It also has an increased chance of dropping copies of Pan, which is obviously very good. She will appear with a question mark on the field, so if you see a question mark while you're running the event, please go there as you will get an extra copy of Pan. Pan also, the medals for Pan are dropped from this event as well, and they've added a whole bunch of extra missions so that you can get even more copies of medals of Pan. Obviously Pan can become a LR, which is very good. She also recently got an LR Awakening as well, which is going to make her even better. It makes her not massively better, but it makes her basically way more reliable and way more usable in a lot of content. So it was a really good change. Basically changed her damage reduction to be guaranteed instead of having a chance. So that's pretty awesome right off the bat. But as you can see, it's like a smaller version of the normal Pan Secret Adventure stage. It's pretty much just a straight line, and there's a chance for the question mark to appear. You can pretty much grab whatever you want here, and you can take whatever team you want as well. Remember that it doesn't really matter because you're not going to actually be fighting Pan. You literally just get one turn against her and then she's going to fly away. So that's, not really important so far. But yeah, basically this is a shortened version of the Pan Secret Adventure quest. So if you've watched my video on how to get LR Pan, which will be linked below, you basically just follow that same principle. But it's had a whole bunch of extra special missions added to it, so that you can get some more medals and some more copies of Pan a lot quicker. It's going to be really good, especially if you are a new player who missed out on the 4-year anniversary event and didn't manage to get Pan back then. This is basically the same event that we've had added back into the game. For experienced players, it's not such a great thing, but the campaign is giving you out stones and cars for having them completed anyway, so it's still extra rewards for us, even if we didn't exactly need to do the ground again or anything if you're like me and you had everything maxed out. But yeah, as you can see, it didn't take very long, and you can do it once per day, so make sure that you're getting on top of it. There's a whole bunch of special missions here. These are new ones added in, so even if you were here during the 4-year anniversary, you won't actually have these done. They basically refreshed some of the missions. You need to make sure that you have one of these units in your team. It's not too difficult to do because obviously Pan and Zamasu count for these missions, so since you're farming them anyway, you can use them to complete these missions. Just make sure that you use the first copy you get to stick in the team, and it should still count even if they're not awakened to an LR form. Every second mission also drops a copy of Pan, which means that you're going to be getting a copy of Pan every single second attempt, which totals up to at least 10 copies of Pan from the missions alone. Plus the fact that you get one copy of Pan from the missions already from the other section. That means you're getting 11 copies of Pan already from the missions, which is pretty good going, and should save a lot of time on grind, because the copies of Pan are probably the hardest thing to get rid of, or to get after these kind of events, because the copies of Pan don't come back. Like once this event goes away, the only way to get copies of Pan is from the growth event that you can do once per week, and the drop rate there is substantially lower than this event. So you actually get 15 copies of pan. So you should definitely be doing out these special missions. They're not too hard, they literally just do the event each and every single day, and you'll have no problems with it at all, really. So yeah, pretty good and pretty straightforward. And yeah, get on it if you do not have LR pan. If you're a new player, it's an easy mission. It's 12 stamina a day. Go through the special missions, clear them out, and you'll have probably one of the best defensive and utility based LRs in the game within a matter of weeks. It's just a steady grind that you have to do every day. It's nothing too crazy, and you should definitely get on it. Then we have Zamasu. So Zamasu follows the same principle as Roshi, literally the exact same principle as Roshi. We will do a video on him just so we can go more in depth of how to farm him, but basically it's the same straightforward principle. Farm 10 copies of Zamasu for your spare LR, farm 5 copies of Zamasu if you want the easy A, and you're going to need 14 copies of Zamasu if you want to obviously have the base copy rainbowed. There are special missions that have been added in for the same conditions as pan, obviously for having a Zamasu or a pan in your team. So if you do the missions with that requirement met, you will be able to cut down on the medals. Basically, if you're going to go for all 3 copies that you need, the base copy, the copy with 10 SA, and the copy with 5 SA, you basically cut down on a 1/6 of the medals. Otherwise, if you just go for a single copy, you cut down on the medals by half, which is obviously pretty good because it requires 30 medals to get him to the TUR state and 50 medals to get him to an LR state. There are also rewards for completing both of these 2 units, which you can see on screen now. It totals up to 6 Kais and 14 stones, which is pretty nice. It's a nice little bonus for people who obviously have them completed already, like myself. With no extra effort you can get these rewards, and for new players it's not that bad a grind to get these rewards, and you have plenty time right now with all of the stamina and boosts going on. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye.